Welcome back to Thank Channel. We continue a brand new adventure in the Old Realms, the massive Warhammer Fantasy overhaul mod for Mount and Blade Bannerlord. The Old Realms is an incredible fantasy overhaul that transforms Bannerlord into the dark and brutal world inspired by Warhammer Fantasy. Instead of ordinary medieval kingdoms, you'll encounter the Empire, vampires, orcs, forest elves, high elves, dwarfs, powerful magic, gunpowder warfare, terrifying monsters, and massive fantasy battles across the entire world. One of the most special features of this mod is that you can actually use magic while still enjoying Bannerlord gameplay. The mod perfectly combines Bannerlord's freedom and large-scale warfare with the grim atmosphere of the Warhammer world, making every campaign feel like a dangerous struggle for survival. If you are a fan of fantasy worlds like the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, or Total War Warhammer Fantasy games, then you will probably love this mod. For me, I've always been a huge fan of fantasy races like Orcs, Elves, and Dwarfs, and I've always dreamed about living in a fantasy world like this. Games like Total War Warhammer gave me the feeling of commanding armies, but it never fully satisfied my dream of actually living the life of a fantasy warrior. Now, with the Old Realms mod, I can finally experience that dream inside Bannerlord itself. So if you are a fan of Warhammer or fantasy worlds in general, you are definitely in the right place. Recently, the mod also received a major update adding new races like Orcs and Dwarfs, so I'll be making several episodes focused on those factions and their unique gameplay styles. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of my adventures in the world of Warhammer. In this series, I will be playing as an Orc character in the Old Realms. How can a wandering Orc survive in such a dangerous land? That's what you and I are about to find out together. Will I become the greatest Orc warlord leading massive armies into battle? Or will I join a powerful faction and fight for glory? Or will I become a lone wolf mercenary, roaming the world with a brutal warband and living only for gold, blood, and endless battles? One thing is certain, that this world is unforgiving, and only the strongest will survive. So let's enjoy this Orc adventure to the fullest and carve our own legend across the Warhammer world. So let's continue from the previous episode. We fought for a while, and now around half of my troops have been upgraded. But because of that, our troop upkeep has become very high, and our income is no longer enough to maintain the army. Right now, our only source of income is hunting bandits. But most bandit groups are small, and they don't provide much money. At the same time, we still aren't strong enough to fight larger enemy forces yet. So because of that, I decided it was time to move to a new region. This area is home to many different races, so I plan to stay here for a while. Since we need a more stable source of income, I also decided to work as a mercenary for an Orc warlord in this region. Working as a mercenary should allow us to earn more money and help cover the cost of maintaining our growing army. And now I joined a large battle against a dwarf faction near our camp. I was hoping we could defeat an enemy force that outnumbered us and earn a big money, especially now that we have around 60 soldiers in our hand. But last episode, even though I fought as hard as I could, we still ended up losing. I don't think the reason is that our orcs are weak. Instead, I believe the dwarfs' gunpowder weapons were the biggest problem. Their ranged troops inflicted heavy casualties before we could even reach their lines. By the time our warriors finally got into close combat, we had already lost too many soldiers to fight effectively. So after our hard fight with the dwarf army, we now try to attack the human army that is currently besieging our city. And of course, we're gonna win anyway because our orc troops are stronger and we have more troops than the human warlord. I'm also going to try to enjoy this rare fight between these two races again. So we win in the end, and now I will try to move around the battlefield and snatch small enemy groups whenever we can. Since we are currently under a mercenary contract and we haven't killed a single enemy yet, the mercenary system isn't paying us any income. I guess that after we kill some enemies, our mercenary payments will start working again.
This way! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Beauty! Get 'em, boys! After me, boys! On the flanks! The green tide! Smash the jets!
Like I guess so I need to kill as many enemies as we can, or we will go bankrupt in no time, since our upkeep is already extremely high if we don't have mercenary pay. I thought I had enough troops, but I quickly realized that our troop is still too weak to take on powerful enemy lords by ourselves. These lords have more than 100 troops or more, and while we might be able to defeat them, our high upkeep keeps limiting the size of our army. As long as I can't solve this upkeep problem, I can't increase the number of troops in our army. We'll have to start thinking about how to survive with such high troop costs. Right now, we only have a few options left. Reduce the size of our army or officially join an orc faction.
With me, boys! This way! Get me some teeth, boys!
It's our time.
Halt! Who are you?
Our upkeep is draining our money far too quickly, but that's a problem we'll deal with later. Right now, the human lord has attacked our army, and I don't have any choice but to surrender. But I'm not ready to give up all my hard work that I put into building and upgrading this army. So I think in the next episode, I'll load the save game and try to avoid this human warlord. That's it for today's adventure in the Old Realms. Our journey through this brutal Warhammer world is only just beginning. We still have troops to recruit and upgrade, massive battles to fight, territories to conquer, and countless dangers waiting ahead. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for the next episode as we continue our adventure through the Old Realms. Until next time, and prepare for war. See you in next video. Thanks you for watching my channel. I hope you enjoy it.